Hey guys, so after several SIG videos, I decided, I'm running out of, 6-hour guns or P320s that I can do a video with. So I figured let's just move on to Walther. So the first gun I would like to, show off is my Q4 steel frame. So first of all, safety check. All right. So let's see. This is a really good shooting gun overall, and I really enjoy shooting it. And I'm not. I don't regret at all for a single bit that I purchased it. You know, and let's see. First of all, accessory wise, Vortex Razor, one of the earliest red dots that I've purchased. You don't actually see that a lot in nowadays YouTube videos, and it's a 3 MOA, and this is, I would say, pretty expensive. I think I would say $400 ish. I remember I bought it before COVID or around the early time of COVID, you know. And yeah, standard kind of Streamlight TLR2, green with laser. Yeah, so this is a super heavy gun because of my upgrades. So obviously there is a lock grips, grip panel kind of thing. This is again a black cerakoted brass grip, so it's very heavy. And then on top of that, to make it even heavier, I ordered the Walther's original factory steel magwell and the original steel mag base plate. So these two things go together because I know they work with each other because they're both Walther factory things. And I remember that for example, the Walther's magwell will not work with the Taylor Freelance's mag base plate or vice versa, something like that. So yeah, I just decided to make this gun extra heavy so that I got all the extra weight things that I can on the gun on the rear part so that it can balance with the heavy, weapon light. So when you hold it in hand, it's really solid. And I know Q4 originally some, police or probably military, they carry it for duty purpose, but with this configuration this is like way too heavy to carry, but it's really fun to shoot in the range as a range toy. So as you can see, it balances really well. You don't have that kind of a head dipping problem or anything like that. So it goes really well with the whole steel frame kind of a concept, and it probably absorb is not the right word, but it mitigates a lot of that recoil, And yeah, so other upgrades that I did obviously is an extended mag release button because I really enjoy the feeling of my thumb right above. Oops, sorry. Right above the mag release button so that I don't have to like really change or twist my hand to do that because I have not really large hands. I would say kind of medium-sized hands. Next thing is the trigger. Whether it's I have the Overwatch upgrade, whether it's worth it, I don't know. You may ask, is it a big difference compared to the factory trigger? Probably not, because Walther or Q4, Q5, PDP, and or PPQ, all those guns, they are kind of famous for the factory trigger. They're probably one of the best triggers that you can have out of the box from the factory for strike fire guns. I upgraded for the sake of it. Honestly, I first of all I like the flat face trigger, and then also the second reason is, okay, this is somebody made a trigger for PPQ. It must be useful. So at least it's not worse than factory. So I'm like, hell, just buy it, right? Just do the quote unquote upgrade. Whether it's a really an upgrade, I don't know. But I think compared to the the factory trigger, I can feel a more, I would say more well-defined and clear wall, right? And then a more crisp trigger pull. So whether I want to say the trigger pull, the weight is lighter than the factory one, but to be honest, I haven't shot much with the original factory trigger, so I don't quite remember how it felt before. But I think if you have the budget, you have the money, you just upgrade, you will not regret it. I think it at least is not worse than the factory one. I haven't tried the Walther. Think they call it dynamic trigger or something. That's the other option. I haven't tried that one, but I'm just pretty happy about the Overwatch. And the other upgrade, which might not be so obvious, is this takedown lever. The original one, as you can see, does not come out from top down. It was the other way around. So like it's very thick at the top and it gets thinner at the bottom. So when you go to the range and when you shoot it, it feels really odd because I'm so used to the the thumb rest concept. So with that thing, if you put pressure, it actually slips down because of the shape. So I was really bothered by that. It's in my opinion, is even worse than a pure flat takedown lever, right? And then I came across that Armory Craft. They offer, I think they call it Sport takedown for both Q5 and Q4. And then I was so happy. I think that's the kind of closest thing that I can have. It works, or at least it makes it better, so much better than the original version. I don't know why they initially did it that way. Did nobody complain while shooting it? Because if Q4 for duty oriented gun, there's no point of having that. What about Q5, right? It's a competition gun. Why nobody really thought about that way? But anyway, I'm super happy about this. And it really helps a lot. So if you put enough pressure, you can feel that pressure that you can apply to the gun, to the right side and downwards. So that really helped mitigate the recoil. And it's actually not that much change compared to the factory one. So yeah, good job, Armory Craft. So this is a great upgrade with a relatively cheap price. If you want it, go check them out from our Armory Craft. And anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I really like this gun. Super heavy, well balanced, good shooting, reliable. It pretty much meets all my expectations. And this even this red dot is not too bad. You can see it's kind of old in the sense it's not very modern. I think it doesn't have the great features such as shake wake or auto shut off or anything like that, and it even still has the a kind of lock thing. After you zero it, you really need to tighten this up. It's one extra step. I don't know whether it's good or bad, because all the modern red dot is kind of self-lock, or at least you don't need to worry about it. But you also have that worry that is it gonna lose zero over time. So how about if you still have this lock thing, maybe it can get rid of that worry from you. Maybe it's harder to lose zero compared to all those more modern red dot. But maybe it just means the technology is old. I don't know. But overall, the lens quality is really good and it's very solid. And you can see the coating on the glass. You can see a little bit of kind of a bluish. So the quality and the clearance of the glass is really good. But I don't know. You can also tell that it sits pretty high up from the bore from the bore line. So I don't know whether the razor is still a thing or whether people still dig it, but it works for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.